So yeah, hi guys, this is the Devops mock interview day 73. We already completed 72 mock interviews. So if you are watching this video on YouTube, don't forget check out all mock interviews. So if you want to check how you can able to check, just go to YouTube. Okay, in the search tab, search for Devops easy. Okay, then you will get my YouTube channel. Go there. Okay, if you want, you can join the membership. Okay, in future I will update members only videos. Okay, I'm planning some tutorials and real time like scenario based interview questions. Okay, so next level interview mocks will be conducted there. I will only upload for the members. Okay, if you want, if you want to crack any job, so enroll for membership. Okay, and you can check latest mock interviews as well. Okay, high level mock interviews will be updated for only members. Yes, because if you get a job, you will earn in lakhs. So investing, right, hundreds and thousands is nothing for you. Okay, go to playlist section. Okay, you can find DevOps interview question and answers. Yeah. So if you see, so yeah, let's wait for people to join. Okay, once they join, we will start the mock interview. And please like this video. We will get motivation, right, to upload more mock interviews. And one more thing, you know about it, right? I provide DevOps training as well. So if you are looking for DevOps training, or if any of your family members looking for a DevOps training, okay, you can call me right in the WhatsApp. Someone is joining, let's accept. Yeah, hi Jay. Okay, you can ping me in WhatsApp. This is the class calendar. Recently we have started the batch, DevOps batch. Okay, from from 26th December we are starting a new batch. Or if you want to join in the new year 2025, definitely you join, right, upskill on 2025 as well from 6th Jan. Okay, this is the tool cycle. Okay, yeah, this
I'm
is the
not
tool
able
cycle.
to see your screen.
Yeah, yes, I am not showing you.
Okay, okay,
Let's wait for 2 minutes. Okay, if someone joins.
okay, okay, Paul. I will make sure.
Okay, so until then, if we don't want to waste the time, right, you can introduce yourself. Okay, yeah, I'm just showing this for the YouTube audience.
Okay,
Yeah, you can introduce yourself, let others join. You can introduce yourself so that your time will be saved, right? We can close the
yes,
session
sir.
as well if no
That's
one
right.
joins.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening, all. Myself, Jay. I have 8 years of experience in the IT industry with strong focus on DevOps practice and automation. Over the years, I have gained hands-on experience with a variety of tools and technologies that is crucial for building and maintaining scalable, automated, and efficient development pipelines. And I have deep understanding of CI/CD process and have worked on extensively with Jenkins for automatic deployment and testing. I'm using Docker for containerization and Kubernetes for orchestrating and managing containerized application at scale. I'm also well versed in Git for version control and Ansible for configuration management, which I have used to automate infrastructure provisioning. In addition to that, I have strong background in AWS, having managed cloud infrastructure and services such as EC2, S3, IAM, Lambda, RDS, autoscaling, this kind of services. I'm also familiar with monitoring and logging tools like Prometheus and Grafana, which are used to ensure system performance and manage metrics and troubleshooting issues. I'm passionate about streamlining workflows, improving automation, and ensuring system reliability and scalability. I enjoy collaborating with development and operation teams to bridge the gap between software development and IT operations, ensuring smooth and efficient delivery of software products. I'm excited about this opportunity to contribute my skills and continue as growing as a DevOps professional. Thank you for me having today. That is short about myself.
Yeah, everything was perfect. Your introduction, right? So you just participate multiple mock interviews. Definitely, you will get a confidence. Okay, on practice itself, you will get confidence. Okay,
Okay.
suddenly I will call you, right? Then I will directly call you personally. Then you need to be in a situation. You need to introduce yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, you know I am conducting a mock. So now you will be prepared and you will join. But if I suddenly call you, right, at that time, if you can able to answer it, then definitely it will help you.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Chetan, I am working on your script. Okay, it will take some time.
Oh, okay, sir.
For now, you can try on your own. I will provide the script by tomorrow. Okay.
All right. I just have the same thing where I explained you last time. I hope you remember I had two scripts, and I explained you both, but I'm not sure which one is good, the last time or last previous one.
No issues. You can try anything.
Okay, then I'll go with the last one,
Okay.
which I explained. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for giving me an opportunity for this interview. My name is Chris. I'm a Bangalorean. I completed my BCA and having overall 11 years of work experience, out of which 6.2 years into DevOps engineering. I initially started working as a Linux administrator, and then I transitioned to DevOps engineer role. I have worked with multiple DevOps tools like Git and GitHub for version control and SonarQube for source quality management. I have also used JFrog Nexus and other repository management tools, Maven to build and Maven as a build tool, and I've also used Jenkins to create the CI/CD pipeline. Um, Also, I've worked with GitLab to create the CI/CD. Worked with Docker and Kubernetes or the containerization technology I've worked with, and used Ansible for configuration management. I've also used Terraform as an infrastructure as code tool. In terms of cloud service provider, I have especially worked with AWS Cloud Platform. I have my previous project roles and responsibilities that can include creating multiple repository branches and teams, and providing and different access levels to the teams based on their environment, like development, staging, and operations. Have also set quality gates, quality profile, and added rules for project to check the health of the Sonar code using the Sonar Cube. I've worked with Jenkins administration, installing Jenkins on multiple flavor on Linux and migrating from CentOS, and created multiple types of jobs like freestyle Maven specific jobs and declarative pipeline scripts. I've also implemented backup and restore strategies in Jenkins. In terms of configuration management, I have written Ansible roles for deployment and patch management. I have also used Ansible playbook for installing packages and upgrading services from older version to the newer one. Um, I have also written Docker files to create custom Docker's images and stored them in private Docker repositories. I have also used and I've also worked with Docker network and Docker volume when containers are not running. I troubleshoot them and fix the issues as soon as possible. In terms of Kubernetes, I've been involved in creating clusters using kubes, binaries, and working with multiple manifest files like deployment, config maps, secrets, and daemon sets. I've also implemented deployment strategies like blue-green deployment techniques and controlling updates and deployment changes in production environment to avoid downtime. In terms of infrastructure as code, I've written Terraform templates and custom modules to provision the infrastructure in AWS cloud platform. This can include like creating VPCs, attaching internet gateway, NAT gateway, load balances, auto scaling, group policies, attaching EBS volumes, EFS file systems, and managing IAM user activities. That's pretty much about myself. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it was very long introduction.
Yeah, that's how I felt just to while preparing on this script. Um, so just waiting for the other one from your end.
Okay, okay. Yeah, everything perfect. You started right. You
Okay.
started with a good pitch, but slowly it was reduced
Okay.
because it's very long, right? So I can understand
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Everything was perfect.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, with this, right, with this communication skill, it's enough. You will easily crack.
Okay.
And one more thing, I just ask you one simple question as we are going through this Git classes. Okay, do you
Okay.
know how to resolve a merge conflict? Like for suppose if developer got an issue,
Okay.
okay, just
Yes,
imagine
sir.
you are working on some project, you got a merge conflict. If developer got an issue, developer will fix it. Okay, but
Mhm.
if you got an issue, how you will fix
Okay.
it?
Okay. See, the major problem here is the multiple developer team working on different branches and different features. So there are possibilities. It is not that we can put a gate to avoid the merging conflicts, but we can minimize the numbers comparatively by communicating with the developer team and usually being um, uh, uh, trying to understand the concept they are working on. And the major thing is that we have to keep on interacting with the developer teams. And once we unavoidable situation, once we get the merging conflicts, so it is necessity that we have to compare both the files or whatever the file is getting contradicted. So we have to check what is the same thing that is contradicting. Then we can check with the developer for the information that is necessary to be present in the specific file. Then we can accordingly edit and uh, merge the conflict.
Okay, but I didn't get you.
Uh, okay. Well,
First, we need to check the status of the Git status. We can display the conflicts twice, right? Then we
no,
can
sir. See, once we try to merge the file, merge the commits, so we will get the pop-up saying there is a conflicts that is happening between the file which is similar, same, which contains the same information, and based on the information that is contradicting between two commits, so we have to uh, correct the file and merge it accordingly.
correct a file. Then we can add and you can commit to again.
Commit, yeah.
Okay, so how you will resolve that? What are the steps you will follow?
First, we need to check the status of the Git status. Then, whatever file is conflicted with, when we can open that file, whatever changes we require, we need to do that.
Super.
After that, we need to add git add by using git add and git commit. We can merge the
Yes, you are right. Like
authors.
this, you can able to resolve.
Or else we need to git pull as well, right? We need to update up to date.
Yeah, if you want an update changes, definitely will is good pull. So do you know what is this Docker Compose? Why we use this?
Docker Compose, okay, yeah, sir. See, Docker Compose is a multi command file where we can execute in one file itself. We use the YAML commands in Docker Compose to run multiple tasks in one single push, in one single YAML file.
Jay, you want to add something?
Yes, whatever is said is right. Multiple services we can use by only single file. We can run multiple services by using Docker Compose.
Okay, service, nothing but what
Not
inside
so much.
service you will be having?
We
That
can
is,
say as task also, right?
yeah, yes, commands also. Yep.
Yeah, task or services, but inside that service, inside that task, what will be there? That's important, right? You need to tell.
Yeah, we are pulling the images or whatever we are installing.
If you want to create multiple containers, right, we will use Docker
Yeah,
Compose.
that is
Yeah, but you are telling tasks. Okay, you need to tell mention that containers. If you want to create a multi-container application deployment, we can use
right.
Docker Compose. At the end, it will create service. I will agree with you. But
Okay.
the purpose was to create a container, right?
Yeah. All right. So
Do you know what is the difference between Docker Stack and Docker Compose?
Docker stack.
This one we already discussed.
Docker Stack
Last.
is something, a component that is that will be available in the Docker Swarm.
Yes. And Docker Compose is a
Docker Compose is a
multi-container and it will only
multi-container.
work for one server. Docker Stack, as it is under this Swarm, so it will support like multiple nodes. You can use Docker Stack for multiple nodes. Docker Compose is only for single node.
Okay,
Okay.
So
Docker
that's
stack
the
is only for single node, right?
Docker Compose single. Docker Stack is a swarm. So nothing but you can have multiple nodes stack.
Okay,
So if
in
you see
single.
there is a cloud formation stack. Did you remember cloud formation stack?
Yes.
Using that stack you will deploy. So in the same way Docker Stack will be used for Docker Swarm.
Okay.
It's
In
not
the
an important, but nowadays people are using Kubernetes.
okay,
Yeah.
the Docker swarm is not using right now.
Yes. Do you know how to how do you set up Docker for a CI/CD pipeline? Nothing but just explain me
Yeah.
in the
Um,
pipeline script how you will
Okay.
call Docker. I want that.
Yeah, there is a step once there is a step that we can include in the CI/CD pipeline. See, once after we build image, so we can also include after we build the image, we can have the container created in the Docker using the command line in a Docker a CI/CD pipeline itself.
CI/CD pipeline itself.
Um,
Jay, you want to add?
Yeah. Same like we need to add one stage like Docker, uh, Docker
Yes.
stage. When we can whatever the Docker commands we need to execute, right? We need to
Yeah, I must to
add
say that Docker
the
stage.
steps only, then the particular stage.
Okay. So yeah, Chetan, don't take it in negative manner. Okay, whatever you are try to delivering, right?
Yeah, I
So
missed the specific
I'm not able
words.
to like getting exact point.
Yeah, yeah, I understand because I'm not using the specific words.
Yeah.
See, in CI/CD, there's a multiple stage that we
Yes.
have to include. So I forgot about the stage word. Yeah, I understand.
No issues. Anyway, next week we will start on Jenkins, right?
Yeah,
Definitely, you will improve.
yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Do you know like Docker inspect and its use cases?
Yeah, Docker inspect is the command line where we can call them to understand the specific or more information about the Docker image or a Docker container that is running. If we wanted to know more details about the
Super.
container, then we can just use this command Docker inspect uh, to understand about the Docker container
S-
information.
super. You are right. So yeah, anyone watching this video on YouTube, please like this video so that we will get motivation to continue more. like this. So do you know how to set a auto restart for containers for a Docker container?
Yeah, it is in Docker image, right? We need to restart equal to always.
Super.
But
While running a Docker container, we can give right Docker run minus minus restart equal to like that.
always, yeah.
Okay. So how do you monitor Docker containers in real time? Docker stats, right? Docker stats, using Docker stats, we can able to monitor the containers, how much CPU it's using, or we can set up a monitoring tool as well.
Yeah, that's what actually we have many alternative ways in order to maintain monitor the information about the pod Kubernetes clusters, anything related to it. And in order to do it from the Docker, we use stats, but we also have Grafana, Prometheus, CloudWatch, and many other services likewise.
Okay. What is the role of health check in Docker file? It is also help in monitoring.
Help, yeah, yeah. It also helping in monitor. Um, in a few companies, they are still using the hold method, like running the health check, using the shell scripting commands, and we also can run using yeah, like with Prometheus, Docker stats, yeah, Docker stat, and Grafana. This is very useful to create the alert when the threshold is met. So this happens in the user cases like observing the health check of the system on a everyday basis also in few companies.
How do you troubleshoot Docker networking issues? It is a tricky question. I know it's a it will just make you think. Okay, how we will troubleshoot like that. It's okay. We will check the answer right in few minutes. But if you want to try, definitely you can try.
How do you troubleshoot Docker networking issues?
One thing we can inspect. We can inspect that.
Yeah, we know the how what are the problems they are facing. Containers,
Yeah.
right?
By looking at the log, we will get to know the information about the network issues, where exactly um, is there is an issue while trying to drive the network. So based on that, we can get to know few ideas um, about the network issues.
Normally, for you is check the logs for your container issues. Okay, for networking part, it will be a different. So yeah, there will be a bridge driver, overlay driver. Okay, for that you need to check from the outside.
Outside, okay.
Okay, how do you deploy a multi-container application using Docker Compose? You will write a YAML file.
Yeah.
You will write a different service tags. That's it. You know this. How do you scale containers using Docker Swarm?
The Docker create service.
Super. Docker service or Docker scale, right? Docker service scale
Yeah, we can.
replicas
Yeah,
equal to
we
something you
can.
will give,
Yeah.
like that you will scale. So what is the process of migrating application to Docker? First you will write a Docker file. Okay, then after you will create a Docker image.
Image by
Using
using
that image you will deploy, you will create a container. That's
container.
the process. Okay. So zero downtime deployment using Docker, you can use Docker Swarm. Simple answer.
Yes.
Okay, how do you integrate Docker with Kubernetes? Simple.
Inte-
Docker with Kubernetes.
We will create a Docker image, we will push it to the private registry. So using that image, we will create a right deployment or set right inside the Kubernetes. Like that, we can use Docker and Kubernetes, right? Like that, we can integrate. Even if you see Git and Jenkins, how it will be integrated, the Git code will we will call in the Jenkins. Like that, Git and Jenkins will be integrated. In the same way, Docker and Kubernetes how integrated,
In
Docker
deployment,
image will be used inside the Kubernetes cluster.
that is deployment or YAML, right?
Yes.
Oh.
So what are the challenges of running stateful application in Docker? Of course, multiple challenges. Because for stateful application, nothing but database. It need
It,
a for every container you need to have a separate database.
it have
So
it. It no, it don't doesn't have zero downtime and while deploying our application.
sorry.
It is required downtime for upgrading our application stateful. I'm not. I'm wrong.
Okay. So do you know how to set up a private Docker registry?
Yes, last time we discussed, but I
Okay. Shall we check the answers? So explain the role of Docker Compose in microservice architecture. Docker Compose simplifies the deployment and management of multi-container application in microservice architecture by using a YAML configuration file. This is the YAML configuration file. Okay, today, okay, I've participated in one of the troubleshooting call. Okay, there, whenever they're executing the Docker Compose file, right,
Mhm.
they are getting an issue. Docker Compose fail like that they are getting. Simply what I did, I just changed the version inside this file.
Yeah.
Then that Docker Compose was started working.
Oh,
So if the version is not supporting, definitely this Docker Compose file execution will be failed.
okay. Yep.
So there will be multiple reasons. First thing you need to observe the error. Okay, whenever they are executing something, what is the error? You just read that. By seeing that error, Chetan, like what I said, you need to utilize your friend Google.
Yeah.
You can find some solutions from there. If
Yeah.
you work on repeatedly, you no need to depend upon the Google. By seeing it, you can able to identify. By seeing that error, I get to know. Okay, there might be a version issue. So I just change the version. Okay,
Yeah.
like for suppose there are 3.8, so I just make it to 3.2, 3.1, like that. We need to
Mhm.
just test it. That's it. We are not gods. We know it, right? We exactly we don't know how to resolve, but we need to try our level best. Like that, we need to troubleshoot whatever it may be.
While trying to implement the YAML file, oh, you said it got failed, right? So while getting failed, what was the error message?
Yeah, line number one issue like
Oh,
that they have mentioned.
yeah,
So
there
by
is.
seeing that, yeah. So in the line number one, what is there? Okay. So
Yeah.
version is there. So because of that, so I just change the version.
in this compose, what are the two services? One is
Yeah, one
There are
is
three services.
API service, another no
my,
database,
my API and PostgreSQL.
and is front end.
Okay, three services. Yeah.
Okay. So Docker Compose up, it will run the application. Difference between Docker Stack and Docker Compose. So Docker Stack will be used in the Swarm mode. Docker Compose will be used for multi-container application. Docker Stack require Docker Swarm. Docker Compose works on Docker host, nothing but a single server. Supports dynamic scaling of services, limited scaling to on single host. So if you want to execute this Docker Stack deploy, Okay, you need to give the YAML file. Here Docker Compose up. So it is for production, it is for local development and testing environment. How do you set up Docker for a CI/CD pipeline? So first you will build the image, you will run the container. You will tag that image, you will push that image. Okay, in the pipeline if you want to call, right, build step, right, test whether it is running or not. Or you can use using Docker Compose also, you can able to run this.
The command is docker run -rm means it is remove that.
Yeah, it will remove the
Oh,
image,
okay.
unnecessary images.
Okay. Got it.
Then after using Docker Compose up, it will, right, first the image it will create.
Image will be built.
Image will be built.
Okay.
Okay.
Then remove the unnecessary images. Hyphen
Yes.
D means
Run in the
Detached,
background.
detached mode.
detached mode, right?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
So explain Docker inspect and its use cases. So Docker inspect retrieve detailed information about Docker objects such as containers, images, or networks in JSON format. So what are the use cases? You can check the container environmental variables. Okay. You can check the network configurations. You can debug your issues as well. So this is a simple example output. So how do you configure auto restart policies? Okay, Docker run -f restart equal to always and the image name. So in the compose file, if you want to define, you need to define restart colon always. So how do you monitor Docker containers in real time? Using Docker stats, you can able to check, right? It will display the real time CPU memory, right? Usage of that multiple containers. So Docker logs minus of container ID also, you can able to monitor that, or you can use Prometheus and Grafana third party tools. So role of health check. So you will not believe, in my company, right, they are running containers, they are using health check. They are using health check in every container. So when how you will get to know that is whenever you execute Docker container LSR, right, then at the end it will be show healthy. So if it is healthy, health check what it will do, it will just right for the interval of 30 seconds. Okay, so it will the time between the health check, it will wait for 30 seconds. Okay, timeout. Okay, if he will curl for the localhost 8080 port, if it is responded within 5 seconds, well and good. If it is not responded within 5 seconds, it will after 5 seconds it will time out, nothing but come out. Okay, if the three times it will fail, right, in the interval of 30 seconds, it will throw an error. Understood? It will curl this URL, right, localhost 8080/health. Okay, this is the command. So it will try three times. Even if the first time fail, it's okay, it will wait for the interval of 30 seconds. Second time it will try again after 30 seconds. Okay, third time it will try again. If it is failing, okay, uh, outside you will see unhealthy, because the curl command is not working. So like that you can test your application. So where your application is running, inside your container. So at on how your application will be exposed via port, yes or no?
Yes.
So like that you can check by pinging your port number. Yeah, today I got one task. Okay, on one of the Kubernetes cluster, they are just using curl. Okay, by using curl, they are just doing curl, but they are not able to curl that particular URL. Okay, that I'm going to work on it. I'm already working on it. So if it is done right, what is exact issue, I will let you know.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's still in process. Okay, I'm doing some different troubleshootings. I will just tell you the correct method and what I've done for that. After completing, it will be better. If I tell this, you will confuse. Okay,
Okay, sir.
just remind me about that case. How do you troubleshoot Docker networking issues? So Docker network ls Docker inspect, that's what I said, right? Or you can use Docker exec container ID and ping. You can ping the container. So I've just shared an email with the client. So I told him to ping, okay, and I've told him multiple checks to do it, and he has shared me the logs. Just now I received a email. I need to check it. Okay. After that I will check it. Then accordingly I will guide you as well. If you face the same in the real time, how you will troubleshoot, that I will guide. Just remind me, okay? I will forget.
Sure, sir. Tomorrow morning, class.
No, it will take time, right? So
Okay.
you just really remind, like what is the status of that case. Just if you remind me, then I will update about the case. So just now they have shared the logs. I need to check it. Yeah, it will take nearly 1 week to complete this task.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, create a Docker Compose YAML file, define service. Okay, what is the question? How do you deploy a multi-container application using Docker Compose? Okay. You will create a Docker Compose YAML file. You will deploy it using Docker Compose of -t. Docker Compose PS. You will verify the services. So how do you scale containers? Docker service create using you will create a service. Docker service scale web equal to 5. Okay. So what is the web? Your service name. Okay. What is the process of migrating legacy application? Okay. First you will write a Docker file, build the image. You can create a container to test locally. You can use Docker Compose or Kubernetes to deploy the application. Okay. So zero downtime deployment using Docker. So yeah, you can create a service or you can use Kubernetes. How to integrate Docker with Kubernetes? You will push the image to your registry. You will use the same image in your deployment file.
Document file.
So what are the challenges of running stateful application in Docker? So data persistent, I told you, right? Containers are ephemeral. So external volumes or personal volumes are needed, of course. So I need to preserve the data of every container. So for every container, inside that database will be, right, information will be present. So for every container, if you want to fetch the data, so it is not going to possible because it's a stateful application. If it is stateless, nothing but a web server no need any logs. So I can use a shared volume. Okay, I can use single volume for multiple containers. If it is stateless, nothing but a web server. For database, I cannot use a shared volume. So that's the reason it is telling containers are ephemeral. So external volumes or persistent volume are needed. Ensuring consistent data access in distributed setup can be complex. So stateful apps requires specialized orchestration. Example, stateful sets in Kubernetes. So that's the reason Docker has multiple disadvantages. Okay, that thing was resolved by Kubernetes. That's the reason people are using Kubernetes. So how do you set up a private Docker registry? Okay, there is a registry image. Using that registry image, you can able to, right, create your own registry, and it is a lengthy process. There will be some my wonderful articles will be there. Just Google it and go through it. You will get to know how to set up this private Docker registry. Okay, who are watching this video on YouTube, if you are looking for training, you can ping me on WhatsApp. So right now Chetan is also participating daily morning at 7 to 9 a.m. So yeah, that's it for today. I will stop the recording.